And we'll get ready to start.
Have your block handy, just somewhere nearby, and then we can just lie down onto our backs. Have your knees bent and your feet as wide as the mat. And then just allow yourself to settle and to relax. It's hard to believe that we got to the end of the week, depending on when you're watching this. But wherever you are in your week or your day, just have that sense of stopping, of stepping off the train for a moment. We'll take these next few minutes to do any last little bits of settling and adjusting. You can have your hands resting on your belly, your elbows resting on the floor, so everything is completely relaxed. Let your bones relax. Let your muscles relax. Maybe you could even let your skin relax. As keeping your mouth closed, start to breathe in and out through your nose. Feel the air drawing in through your nostrils, and imagine or visualize it traveling down your body. And as it comes back out of the nostrils, it's traveling back up the body. Breathing in, air traveling into the nostrils. And then flooding to every single part of your body. And then coming out of the nose, leaving your body. Imagine with the breath in, breathing in positivity and lightness. And with the breath out, letting go of any negativity, any darkness. Breathing in lightness, positivity. Breathing out darkness, any negative feelings or thoughts. Just keep your breath flowing. Breathing in, really feel the belly expand now. As you breathe out, try and draw your belly button back down towards the floor. So you'll feel a little bit of core engagement there. Breathing in, belly expanding. And breathing out, drawing the belly button back, feeling that core start to awaken. Long breath in. Okay, at the very top of your inhale, hold the breath there. See if you can let more air seep in through your nose. And now open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Still drawing the belly button back towards the spine. Just breathing in and out through your nose, nice and easy. Start to heel to the feet a little bit closer towards each other. And then press the soles of the feet together and let the knees open. You could take your arms up and over your head now. Just feel the backs of the hands on the floor, the elbows on the floor. And still mindfully breathing. Notice that extra space you've created. So as you take the breath in, belly, rib cage, and chest can expand easily. As you breathe out, see if you can lower the chest down first, the rib cage down next, and then the belly. Breathing in, filling yourself up. Belly, rib cage, and chest. And then breathing out, trying to reverse it. Okay, so the chest floats down first, rib cage, and then belly. A few more times like that in your own time. Giving all your attention to your breathing. It's easy for the mind to wander, okay, but this will be most effective if you can let go of those thoughts and just focus on your breathing. That way you'll get the most out of this 45 minutes. Body and mind will have taken a little break. It's focusing on this one thing. One more round like this, filling up belly, rib cage, chest. Learning to control your breathing. Chest, rib cage, belly floating down. Okay, and when you learn to control your breathing here on the mat, you'll be able to control it in stressful situations. Breathing in and out through your nose. Just finding a comfortable rhythm that you can keep hold of throughout this class, this 45 minutes. So while you were focusing on your breathing, you might not have noticed your hips. How are they feeling in this shape now you've been here for a little while? And how does your shoulders feel? How does your jaw feel? And can you relax a little bit more? Let gravity draw you into the mat. I've noticed that my knees have definitely opened wider because now I can feel the block underneath my knee. So I can move the block and maybe the knee will go down a little bit further. So I wouldn't have noticed that had the block have not been there. So there's many times within your own practice that you won't notice how the body moves and changes and adapts. But know that it is. It's always changing, always moving, always adapting. Carefully start to bring your knees back up to the center, pressing your feet flat back down onto the mat. And bring your hands down by your side now. Press the palms flat into the floor. Breathe in, feel the belly expand. Breathe out, draw the belly button back, push your feet and then lift the hips up to the sky. That's it, and then hopefully you've got your block nearby and you can just place the block underneath your lower back. If you haven't got a block, you can always use a book or maybe a pillow. And then start to squeeze the knees into the chest. Press the back, the sacrum down into the block. Wrap your arms over the tops of the knees and just see how that feels there. Yeah, you can really squeeze down through the sacrum. Try and let the legs relax in the hips. You can always have the hands behind the thighs here if that makes it a little bit more comfortable for you. Wherever you are, again, you're just breathing mindfully. letting gravity do the work here. Then placing the hands back down onto the floor, and then lower both feet back down onto the mat. Good. Now you're going to bring your right knee into your chest and create a big circle with the right knee. The hips slightly lifted with the block being there, and just exploring that right hip. We ground down to your left foot. Less wiggling there is going to help. And then take the circle the other way. That's it. Good. Nice and easy. Bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Flex the foot. We're opening up the knee here. Okay, notice now you can't drop the hip. So normally we might see that right hip might drop a little there, but you've got the block supporting it. So you can really press the right knee down. Try and get into that hip as much as feels good. Now, only if it feels all right for your knee, start to bring your left thigh into your chest, keeping your right ankle there. Okay, if there's any uncomfortable feelings in the knee, then pop it back. Lower the left foot back down onto the mat, keeping the right ankle there. And then extend the right leg all the way to the sky. Good. You can start to do little circles with the right foot. And then circle the other way. Draw a line with your right foot, lowering the leg all the way to the front of the mat. Good, and then reach the arms up and over your head. Extend your left leg out as well. Feel the hips there, slightly lifted. Breathe into the belly. Let the toes turn outwards. Feel the stretch or the opening in the hips. And how does one leg feel compared to the other one? Nice. Bringing the hands back down. And rebending the legs. Both feet now flat on the floor. Now start to bring the left knee into your chest. And a big circle with the left leg. That's it. So I'm noticing from my week, my job, that I've been demonstrating on the right side a lot. So my left side is definitely a little bit stiff today. What do you notice in your body from your job or from your day? Take the circle the other way. Maybe you've been doing a lot of walking around, so maybe you feel that in your hip. Maybe you've been doing a lot of gardening, not bending the right way. So what is it that you feel in your body? So I'll bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Again, the hips are supported so they're not sinking. And just opening up that left knee. If all is okay with your knees, start to bring your right thigh into your chest. Squeezing the ankle into the thigh. And then lowering the right foot back down. Well, extend the left leg up to the sky. And again, point and flex through the leg. Nice little circles there. Or through the foot, sorry. Take the circle the other way. Good, and then pointing your left toes, lower the leg down straight. Yeah, see how long you can make that leg. Let the toes turn out to the side, extending the right leg out as well, reaching the arms up and over your head. Yeah, let the elbows rest on the floor. Let the shoulder blades rest on the floor. Imagine your hip bones drawing outwards. Inhale. And exhale. Back into our Supta Baddha Konasana with the block there. Soles of the feet together, knees open. You can have a little rock from side to side if that feels nice on your lower back. And now press your big toes together, press the heels of the feet together, and then see if you can lift the hips up off the block there. So creating a bit of strength. Lower the spine back down, the sacrum back down. And again, as you exhale, press your big toes together, your baby toes together, your heels together, and hover the hips off the block. And then lower down. Last time. And if you haven't got a block, don't worry. Just press the feet together and lift the hips up. So you're using strength as much as flexibility here. And then lower back down. Bring the knees back up. Feet flat onto the floor. Okay, and then you can lift the hips up and we'll take the block onto its higher edge. Okay, so again, if you haven't got a block, you could try and fold the pillow so it's a little bit higher. Otherwise, maybe your book is working for you, but hopefully you have a block. You can rest your hands down by the side now. Just let your eyes close and really let your jaw relax here. Feel the energy now from your knees, traveling down your hips, into your belly, your chest, your throat, and then all the weight pressing into the upper body, back of the head, the shoulder blades. That river running the wrong way feeling. This might be an option for you. If you take your hands around the block or the pillow, you won't need to if it's a pillow, and then take your feet straight up to the sky. So if this is on your lower back, it won't be comfortable. Lower it down to the sacrum. Yeah, so it's not so much on the spine, on the movable spine part. And just feel the weight of your feet pouring down your legs, into your hips, into your belly, into your chest, into the back of your head. The river really running the wrong way now. You might be able to feel the fluid in your legs. You might be able to feel it pumping from the tops of your feet down your lower legs, into your upper legs, into your hips. Just know that it's giving your circulation a nice boost. It's giving your heart a little rest. It's rejuvenating you. How much can you let your jaw relax while your body reboots? You can always do this without the block, just legs up against the sky. You can also have your feet resting against the wall if this is really difficult. One more breath here. Good. Bending the knees. Place both feet back down onto the mat. Okay, so try this. If it doesn't feel good, turn the block on its lower edge. But you're going to extend the feet to the corners of the mat again. Yeah, so it's much higher. The hips are much higher now. Be careful. Take your arms up and over your head. Really get the feeling of those feet drawing outwards, the hip bones moving apart, and that space. Yeah, you might feel some tingling in your feet if you manage to keep them up the whole time. You might feel the fluid in your legs moving the other way now. Maybe there's a warmth through the extremities of your body. All right, carefully rebend the legs. Have your feet flat, hands coming back down by your side, and then push through your feet to lift the hips up. And we'll slide the block out and start to lower the spine down. That's it. And try and feel each single vertebra as you lower down. Good. And we'll bring the knees in towards the chest. Slide the hands over the tops of the knees and start to draw a little circle with both knees. That's it, those knees are squeezing together. You're doing what you can. You know, if you have a strap, then you could just wrap the strap behind your knees and use the strap to help you if you needed to. So really tune in or zone into your lower back, to the sacrum where you felt the block. And then with this little circle, I'm massaging that area, circling it the other way. Good. And then placing both feet back down onto the mat. Catch hold of your block again and place it in between your thighs. It's nice if you can have it up by your knees, so you're squeezing the knees into the block. Palms flat, inhale. Exhale, squeeze the block with the knees and then start to lift the hips up. And now lower down vertebra by vertebra. Yes, it doesn't need to be that high, but squeeze your block with the inner thighs, and as you exhale, push through the feet and roll your way up. And then lower back down. So try and create a really nice rhythm. Exhaling, pushing through the feet, maybe the hips get a little bit higher now, higher up into your back. Lower down, feel each vertebra. 2 more times, keep squeezing the block, squeezing through the feet, making sure the toes are pushing down. And lower down, feel surrender each vertebra. Last time, push through the feet, lift the hips up, squeeze the block there. Now you can hold it here, interlace the fingers and draw your shoulders together. That's it. So now can you feel the energy from your legs traveling down your hips, into your chest, into your head? You might not feel anything, that's fine. Maybe you just feel a little bit of discomfort in your legs because they're working hard. Releasing the hands, lower the spine down, vertebra by vertebra, still feeling the block there, squeezing it. Yeah. Bring your knees into your chest, keep the block there, and then let both knees fall to the right. Okay, now right hand on the outside of the left leg. Look at your left hand, squeeze the left knee into the block. Okay. Iron out any tightness in your back here with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing the knees back into the center and then let them fall to the other side. Left hand now on the outside of the right knee. Then you can make this more intense by having the knees closer to the shoulders. Yeah, so very often we see the knees are down here like this and it just doesn't get to the right places. So try and bring those knees up. And you're looking to your right hand, big breath in. And a long breath out. Nice. Bringing the knees back into the center. Awesome, guys. You can take the block to one side. That's it. Take the hands behind your thighs and just roll up and down the spine a little bit. Okay, we're not going to stay seated, but we need to lift ourselves up for a moment. Okay. Now catch hold of the block and we're going to lie back down with the block just sort of below your shoulder blades. Okay, so lying down there, so the block is supporting your shoulder blades, and then you can lift your arms up and over your head. Okay, have your knees bent to make this a little bit easier. Now if you want to swap the block for a pillow here, that might feel better for you. Yeah. I know, so for some people this is a little bit intense, and it's certainly a little bit intense for me today. I'm feeling my week in my body. I'm feeling my job in my body. Can you feel whatever you've been doing this week in your body? Can you feel maybe if you've been at your laptop a lot? Maybe you've been doing lots of gardening, like I said. Bring your awareness back to how we were breathing at the beginning. Okay, so think about the belly expanding, the rib cage expanding, and the chest. Okay, feel that space. And then as you exhale, reversing it, chest, rib cage, belly. So if you could, in your imagination, just visualize the inside of your upper body here in this shape. You could take away all the organs and everything that's inside and just imagine the space. And as you breathe, imagine the space filling up with the breath. And as you exhale, emptying the space of the air. If it's too much with your arms above the head, the hands can be down by your side. Okay, but notice where your sacrum is on the mat, and then the curve of the lower back, and then that support of the block in the upper back. You can let the head move from side to side just to make sure there's no tension in your neck and shoulders. And again, coming to stillness as you feel ready. Let your eyes close. Could you really let your jaw relax here? Take one more breath. Good. So just starting to now bring your awareness back to your feet. Okay, so wherever they were, just make sure they're as if you're going to do a bridge pose. Okay, so toes forwards, heels towards the bum. Big breath in. And as you breathe out, start to lift the hips up to the sky now. So really pushing down into the upper back. And again, if you want to swap the block for a pillow, do that. And then lower the spine back down. That's it. Good. Try it again. Breathing in. And then breathing out, pushing through the feet and lifting the hips up. Good. Nice. And then lower the hips back down. Good. So if that was already intense for you, then do that again. Otherwise, try extending the legs, pointing your toes. Big breath in. And then breathe out, push through the heels and try and lift the hips up. That's it, keeping your legs straight. And then lower the tailbone back down onto the mat. Relax the legs. Breathing in. And then breathing out, pushing through the heels and then lifting the hips up. And then lowering the tailbone back down. Nice, guys. Start to bend the knees again. And you might want to just roll over onto the right hand side just to take yourself off the block. That's it. Take the block just to one side and then rest back onto your backs. Okay. So now just pop the block underneath the back of your head, just like it's a pillow. So not on its high edge or anything. You have your knees bent, your feet as wide as the mat. And then just let the head swing from side to side. So you're not picking it up. And if, like me, your ponytail's in the way, just moving it out the way. And letting the head swing from side to side. Good. And then just coming to stillness. There's just a gentle stretch in the back of the neck, or for you it might be a little bit deeper. But can you press the shoulder blades flat into the mat and just enjoy the space between the ears and the shoulders? And this might be enough for you right here. Or you can turn the block onto its higher edge. Okay. Make sure the edge of the block is flat on the floor. And this block isn't on your neck at all, just in the back of the head. I let the jaw relax, that's super important here. And let the neck stretch. You can keep wiggling the fingers further away or further towards your heels. But then let the shoulder blades fall back into the mat. You could visualize the air moving in through the nostrils, traveling down the back of the spine. So tracing the back of the spine all the way to the tailbone. And as you breathe out, it comes up the front of the spine from the tailbone all the way up through the neck and into your head. So slowing that breathing down even more, imagine the air floating in through your nose, down the back of the spine. And then as you breathe out, up through the front of the spine, the front of your neck, and up into your head. I like to visualize the air like a white mist so I can follow it easier. Or maybe you just want to relax here. Maybe none of that makes any sense at all, so just relax. You could play with letting the head fall to the right, so rather than picking the head up, just roll it over. There might be some little places of tenderness there. Normally, if you just let the head relax, that weight will help disperse any tenderness. And then coming back to the center and taking the head over to the other side. Yeah, so remember, we're not picking up the head, we're just moving it over. So for some reason, it feels quite tender for me on this side. So I just try and let the gravity disperse the tightness, the tenderness. And then bringing the head back to the center. Taking the hands to the block and then just start to release the block and place it to one side. Again, you can let your head move from side to side. Bring your knees into your chest. Yeah, you can take the hands behind the thighs or on top of the the knees. Rock from side to side, nice massage there. Okay, now I want you to either take Happy Baby. You could use a strap, wrap them around the feet, wrap the strap around the feet and then pull the strap down. Or take the hands outside of the feet and squeeze the thighs down either side the rib cage. Yeah, breathing in. That's it. How does that feel there? Lovely. And breathing out. And you're welcome to stay in this pose, but if you can get your plow pose in, then that's a good place to go at this point. Okay, so palms flat. You're going to swing the legs over the head and then just rest in this shape without putting too much weight into your neck. So all that work that you've done, letting it settle in this shape. All the movement that you've had in the spine, the awakening in the hips, getting used to the blood flowing the wrong way. That stretch through your neck. All of that coming together in this pose, or even in your Happy Baby. One more breath. Press the palms flat onto the floor and then start to lower the spine down. Yeah, lovely. So we can bend the knees and just for a moment roll over to the right. Lift yourself up to seated. And then take one foot in front of the other. Walk the hands forwards and then just forward folding for a moment. And so now if your head doesn't reach the floor, then you can rest the forehead on the block, which is quite nice to do even if your head does reach the floor. Just have a feeling of surrender here, of letting go. It doesn't need to be a massive sensation of stretch, but forward folding is comforting, especially in these times in autumn when things are getting colder. The body likes the forward folding. So find in this moment any way that you can be there in a relaxed way. Yeah, so not holding on to your muscles or anything, just relaxing. Walking the hands back up. Always good to bring the other foot in front as well. And again, maybe try with the block. It's quite nice, forehead resting on the block. Takes a little bit of weight out of the spine and you can just relax into the hips. And your breathing keeping you company. Nice, guys. Very slowly start to bring yourself back up. And just holding it here for a moment. Rest your hands on your knees, let your eyes close, and let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Okay, now let the head just move forwards and back. So if you have experienced some stressful moments this week, trying to ease it out with this movement, and letting the head swing over to the other side. And again, just moving forwards and back. Letting the head swing to the chest. And then turn the face up to the sky. Get a stretch through the front of the throat. And then bring the chin back parallel to the floor. Okay. Take your right hand and the first two fingers press into the center of the forehead. Thumb blocks off right nostril, fourth finger blocks off left nostril. Okay, we're going to alternate the breathing like that. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Block off the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale through the left. Block off the left nostril with fourth finger. Exhale right. Inhale right nostril. Block off right. Exhale left. Inhale left nostril. Block off left. Exhale right. Inhale right nostril. Block off right, exhale left. Last round, inhale left nostril. Block off left, exhale right. Inhale right nostril. Block off right, exhale left. Release the hands, breathe in through both nostrils. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Let's take a moment to breathe in and out through your nose. That alternate nostril breathing is a great way just to bring a bit of balance. Bringing balance to the masculine and feminine energy within you, the yin and the yang. Hopefully helping you just to glide into the rest of the day or the rest of your week or weekend in a balanced and happy way. Let's keep your eyes closed and start to lie down onto your back. You might want to put a blanket over the top of you if it's chilly in your house. And let the feet just fall to the edges of the mat. Your hands rest down by your side. Again, once you have found a comfortable place, just let all 10 toes relax. Let the pads and arches and heels of your feet relax. Allow both ankles to relax. Completely let go of any muscles in your calves, your shins, your quads, your hamstrings. Are your kneecaps completely relaxed? Allow your hips to soften open. Allow your pelvis to relax. Let your sacrum melt into the mat. Feel your belly rise and fall. And imagine your diaphragm floating up and down as you breathe. Feel the back of your body resting on the mat, the spine, your shoulder blades, the back of your head, your buttocks. Allow your chest to melt. Just notice all 10 fingers, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands. Relax all the muscles in your forearms, in your upper arms. Let your elbow joints relax completely. Allow your neck to relax, your jaw to soften. Your eyes are just softly shut, the top eyelids resting on the bottom eyelids. Your brow is relaxed. Air is flowing freely in and out through your nose. Even try and relax your tongue and your teeth. Get the feeling of the floor supporting you. And allow yourself just to be here. Maybe sounds catch your attention for a moment. Let them go and just relax. Everything feels absolutely perfect for you right now, and you can stay there a little bit longer, then stay as long as you like. If you need to get moving, then just begin to breathe a little bit deeper. And that, just breathing that little bit deeper, helping you just to transition from Shavasana into the rest of your day. Move fingers and move toes. Again, there's no rush. Take a long, lazy yawn, reach your arms above the head. You can do that lovely full body stretch. And for the last time, rolling over onto the right hand side into fetal shape. It's really important, this little transition before you come to seated. You can imagine you've been lying down on your back for quite a while. So it gives the blood a little bit of chance just to start to flow in the right direction. And keeping your eyes closed, come up to seated, sitting however feels comfortable for you in this moment. Bring your hands to the heart center, thumbs into your chest bone. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Thank you. You gave me a reason to stop as well today. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a nice session. See you soon.